Welcome back to the Fresno's Real Estate and Home Improvement Show. Not just Fresno, the whole valley. We talk here every day about how you can improve your home, how to keep your home in good shape, who you should hire to do some of the work, your roofing and plumbing and stuff like that. And most important, we talk to people who can help you buy or sell a home. And today we have an expert on the show, one of the most prominent, experienced real estate brokers in town, Ken Neufeld. Welcome, Ken.
Thank you very much, Mike.
You've been at it a while.
44 years.
44 years.
Yes.
Amazing. You've seen a lot of things happen.
Things have changed a lot, yes, from 1980 to the present. In 1980, the contract was one page.
One-page contract.
Today it's 16 pages, plus a lot of addendums.
Now, I'm going to ask you some questions about people who might want to buy a home or who want to sell their home. You're an expert, but first you have a listing.
Yes, I just got this listing 6 days ago. It went on the market, and we did have an open house there on Sunday, and we had a lot of interest, and I'm very proud of this listing, and especially proud of the photography.
Yeah.
I do hire a professional photographer to take these pictures, and she did a fantastic job.
Now, I should have gone to that open house because that's probably the only chance I'll ever get to be in this house.
I can arrange for a special showing.
That would be great. I might buy it.
Yes.
It's only, I don't know if we're going to say the price or not. Now, this is like a living room looking out at what?
This is actually the dining room looking out at the fairway, at the backyard, and you can see all the way down the 7th fairway.
Now, this is Sunnyside Country Club.
Sunnyside Country Club.
And what's the address of the house?
It's 5970 East Butler.
East Butler. But you don't need to know that. Just call the number on the screen, ask for Ken Neufeld, and he'll show you the house.
We certainly will.
Here's a couple more of the amazing kitchen. I like how open that is. Here's another, and I love this picture because it really shows you where the house sits.
That's a nice aerial shot, yes.
Is that solar?
They've got rooftop solar, and it's owned as well, by the way.
Oh, they own it.
And owned solar is a big plus.
Yeah, it really is. Here's another look at the pool, and it looks out onto a fairway, too?
There it is, yes.
Wow. Here's a nice peek at the front of the house. And, 3 garages.
3-car garage. This is actually the back of the house, which is on a service road off of Butler.
Okay.
So that the front of the house actually faces the golf course.
Oh, nice. Here's that beautiful, with that beautiful tree and some interior shots. And so this house is for sale, and it is on the golf course, not by the golf course.
It's on the golf course. It's listed for $1 million.
Okay.
And believe it or not, there are actually homes that have sold in that price range in the Sunnyside area. It's a very nice, stable, established neighborhood.
Right. Now, on the golf course is great, but those few streets to the north are really nice houses too.
Very nice homes, even that in the vicinity of the golf course. Yes.
Yeah, that whole area, Sunnyside area, prestigious area. Everybody wants in there. How many bedrooms, by the way?
There's 5 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms, plus a game room, living room, and a family room.
Right. I noticed there's a pool table in the game room right now.
Yes.
So there's room for a pool table. I don't know if it'll be there when it sells or not, but
Well, we could talk about it.
everything's negotiable. So this would be great for a family, a young family even.
It would be.
Enough bathrooms for almost everyone.
Lots of bathrooms. It might also be good for an extended family because some of the bedrooms are actually quite isolated and could, in fact, be a separate quarters for a senior family member.
Mother-in-law, mom, something like
Yes.
that. So anything else about this house? Because I want to dive into the market questions.
Oh, well, the home was built in 1956 and was actually featured in the Fresno Bee as a very interesting property in 1957.
Yeah.
And the first owner of the home was a Mr. and Mrs. Edwards.
Any other owners you could tell us about?
Well, there were some other famous owners there, but I will, if you look up my listing on the MLS, you'll find out who that other special famous owner was.
Yeah. Now, $1 million is not a bad price for that home.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it's
Not for 5,100 square feet.
In fact, it'll probably go for more than that.
Well, we know the seller will take that.
Okay,
And
we
of
know-
course, they'd always take more.
Yeah, and there might be a line of people wanting it. So
Well, we did have several people there threatening to make offers on Sunday.
Right then and there, huh?
Right.
Anyway, what a fantastic looking home. And just the views, I bet, are just beautiful out the windows with the golf course and et cetera. Now, who are, a lot of people had been holding up selling homes because of different things, COVID for a while, and then interest rates went up, and people have just been sitting on these houses, and they have lots of equity built up, but they don't know what the house is worth. Can you help them with that?
Certainly, we could do a complimentary market analysis to let them know what their home is worth.
And it's free, complimentary, right?
At no cost to them, no obligation to them. They can then decide if they want to do business with us or not, or even to sell or not.
Yeah, just get the complimentary idea so you know what your house is worth. It's different. People go to this website, Zillow or Willow or something like that, and they say, oh, my house is worth this or that, but I don't trust that thing.
Well, those websites, I mean, I don't want to denigrate them, their value. They are, in fact, valuable, and they do obtain their data from us. We have a direct feed from our multiple listing service to these outside vendors.
But I feel that having a local guy with 30, 40 years of experience coming over and checking out your house and telling you the value, I think it might be more accurate.
Well, it's more detailed than what you would get by clicking on Zillow and getting a Zestimate. Although whenever I talk to sellers, I don't try to hide the fact that their Zillow's out there. Everybody checks it.
Yeah.
And so sometimes they're quite accurate. Sometimes they're way off because they are basically an algorithm based on a square footage model.
But my point is, call Ken Neufeld. It's free. Why not? Find out from the expert on that. Sellers, so is it time to sell homes? Is there a demand for homes?
There's a great demand. There's a pent-up demand because of COVID actually taught us that we love our homes because we spend so much time there.
Yeah.
And so after COVID, there was a lot of activity, and still is a lot of activity, and there could be more if there was more inventory to sell.
Right.
And you were alluding to the fact that some sellers are holding off with selling, which they do, in fact, have valid reasons. If you're sitting there with a 3% mortgage and you're going to do a move-up deal, your next home is going to be a 6 or 7% mortgage, and you're going to think twice about that. Also, if you've been in your home a long time, there's the Prop 13 tax advantages. I'm unselling the business right now, right?
Yeah.
There's the tax advantage of having been there a long time.
Yeah.
And then also there's the issue of capital gains. And that's one of the things that realtors are actually working on right now in Washington. The current law says that a married couple can exempt $500,000 of capital gain on the sale of their property if they've lived there for 2 or more years. Well, that number was established during the Clinton administration in the mid-'90s.
Time to make a little adjustment.
And believe it or not, Mike, prices have gone up since then.
A lot.
And so what we're trying to sponsor in Washington is to raise that number to $1 million exemption for married couples, $500,000 for singles, with the index to inflation.
So then they don't have to revisit it every couple of years.
We don't have to keep revisiting it. So hopefully that is a bipartisan bill. Actually, there are bipartisan bills in Washington. It's a bipartisan bill which is gathering co-sponsors, and hopefully maybe this year it'll be accepted.
Now, you made the point about the Prop 13. Your property taxes don't go up, or they go up very little every year.
2% a year.
2% a year. And can a senior, I read this, can a senior take their property tax basis when they buy a new house?
Yes. A senior can actually, that tax basis is now portable to anywhere in the state of California. It used to be, it was only portable in the county or in counties that would accept the reciprocity, but it is now available statewide.
So if there's seniors out there who are not selling their house for that reason, that shouldn't be a reason.
It should not be a problem if they're moving into something else. They can carry their tax base.
That'd be great. Now, buyers. Is it a good time to buy?
Well, if you can find something to buy, yes.
There's just a shortage of houses.
It is a good time to buy, because what's happened now is there was a time when buyers were saying, well, the interest rates are too high. But I think we're getting over that hump. because buyers are beginning to realize the 4% interest rate is not going to be coming back anytime soon. And so if you're going to get into the housing market, you're going to be faced with the reality of a 6 or 6.5% loan. FHA is down to like 5 3/4, which is not too bad. There's a credit union in town that's offering 5.5%. So those rates are fairly reasonable when you look at the grand scheme of things.
Well, I bought my first house at 9%.
And you were happy.
I was happy, and I did really well. Talk about building wealth. The only way us regular guys could build wealth is by buying a house, and
Absolutely.
And I did very well at 9%. No complaints at all. So, Ken Neufeld, he's an expert on this. He's been at it many years. He said
44 years.
44 years. So he knows what he's doing, and he's been through a lot of changes. The contract is a lot of pages now, but a lot of that, there's a lot of disclosures that have to be done.
Right. We've become much more consumer conscious during this whole 44 years that I've been in real estate. 44 years ago, there were no disclosures.
Yeah.
It was buyer beware.
Buyer beware.
And the realtors only represented sellers. And today, realtors represent buyers and sellers, and not necessarily the same realtor representing both. And there are tons and tons of disclosures every year. Some additional disclosures get added.
Yeah.
So it becomes sometimes rather burdensome. But if you're selling, you do need a professional to guide you through all of this, because you try this on your own, there could be a lot of landmines out there that you would be unpleasantly surprised with.
And that's the point I wanted to get to. Is some people think, oh no, I could sell this thing myself, but it's all those disclosures. You don't do a disclosure, you could get sued.
Right.
You will get sued.
Yes. Right.
So go to a guy.
That's one of the things that we do. One of many things that we do.
Yeah, make sure all the disclosures are done. I just want to. Any other thoughts on the market? I want to talk about this house again before you go.
Let's go look at the house.
Okay, this is just the most beautiful house. Over 5,000 square feet, $1 million. We knew that was going to happen in Fresno sooner or later. $1 million homes, but there's a lot of them now.
Compared to the Bay Area, you get a 2-bedroom condo for $1 million.
$1 million, and you have these views of the fairway of the golf course, and I guess it doesn't come with a membership. You'd have to join the country club.
There's no requirement to join, but you can just ride your golf cart to the clubhouse.
That's right. You don't have to drive. All right. Any last thoughts, Ken?
I would say if you're looking to purchase or sell a home, it's best to call a professional who knows what they're doing, and also work with people who know the local market.
The local market, right. Now, I was going to tell the viewers your phone number, but I can't see that far. Can you give it out?
My phone number is area code 559-270-4056.
And just remember this, KenNeufeld.com, NEUFELD.com. KenNeufeld.com. Go there, and you can reach Ken there. Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate you catching us up on the market and things important in real estate. And we'll be back with more real estate and home improvement show right after this.